Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us at Hope's Vision of Hope event, today sponsored by Public Supermarket Charities. We want to thank all of you who are joining us today, who have been supporters for many years at our live Vision of Hope event, and welcome those who are new to Hope joining us virtually today. We really appreciate it. Along the program, take some time to look in our chat room. We have board members and some staff members today that can answer questions throughout the whole program, so please take advantage of that. So 2020, a challenging year. We've heard it 100 times, and it sure has been a challenge for Hope. Prior to COVID, we were serving approximately 250 households per week in our food pantry and hearing from people in need in our resource center. Clients would be greeted in our facility in person by a case manager, an intern, or a volunteer, and meet with them to find out what their crisis is and help them back to self-sufficiency. We did this by providing financial assistance, rent, utility assistance, and food for those that were hungry. We heard stories of despair, hunger. People were about to lose their homes. And for those hearing about Hope for the first time, these are the kind of stories that we hear about every day. Our goal is to keep people in their homes. Then COVID came. The impact of this horrible pandemic took a toll on our organization and the families that we serve. But how do you react to something that you've never dealt with before? This was actually similar, if you think about it, to us helping the families that we serve, because many people coming to Hope have never been in a crisis before. And now, Hope as an organization, we find ourselves in the same situation. So what do? We gather our team together, and we had to immediately put in a plan of action. So it wasn't a question if we were going to serve, it was how we are going to continue to serve and continue our mission. And that's just what Hope did. Sure, we have an emergency policy, but that did not include a pandemic. Hope was highlighted as one of the first organizations to proactively create a policy to be able to stay open with safety and continue our mission in serving families in need. And we adapted, but we still connected. We adapted to our new unusual standard, new cleaning policies, making sure we adhered to all CDC guidelines, and created our own Hope guidelines for staff and volunteers to follow. But again, this is nothing new to you because the community was dealing with this as well. So what's different? What's different is Hope is now meeting with hundreds of people that are hungry and lost their jobs. At a recent survey at one of our events, 50% of our clients had lost their jobs due to COVID, and now they were at risk of losing their home. Thank goodness many clients found a safety net by receiving a stimulus check, increased unemployment, and time moratoriums for evictions, because that gave Hope time to plan for the influx of clients in need in the coming months. Hope's changes affected everyone. Once a choice pantry where clients could enter our facility, be greeted by a volunteer, and taken through the pantry to choose the food they wanted, now, after COVID, they are greeted outdoors, drive-through style, pulling up in their car, and receiving food that way, contactless. They're still receiving the same food. They're getting non-perishables, fresh meat and produce, and breads and sweets, but they just don't get to choose their items. We adapted to change the way we serve, but we kept serving. We just found that during this pandemic, if there's a will, that there's a way. And although it's not our favorite process, we've found a way to make it work. We at Hope adapted to the way we serve, but we kept on serving. Case managers, unfortunately, aren't able to meet face-to-face any longer. Those meetings used to consist of them coming in their office, getting a hug, shaking hands, meeting with their children, and hearing their stories of despair. Now it's a phone call or a Zoom call or a Google Hangouts, hearing their story, sending their documentation through fax or via their phone, and it's just not the same. Those connections are just not there, and that's what's really missing at Hope. At our Vision of Hope event that's usually face-to-face, we like to give you an idea of what we've been doing in the past year and give you a vision for Hope's future. This year, we're going to make it a little easier and take you live to Hope's facility right now and show you how we're continuing to serve. I'd like to introduce Diane Isla, our operations manager, who's going to take you through the Resource Center and Food Pantry. Diane?
Thank you, Joan. Hi, and welcome to Hope. Thank you everyone for joining us on a brief tour of our Resource Center food pantry today. Pre-COVID, our lobby would be filled with clients and their families waiting to either meet with a shepherd in the pantry to get their food, either sign up for a nutrition or budget class, fill out a food stamp application at our call computer center, or meet with one of our case managers. Today, our lobby is filled with prepackaged food bags that have been filled by our volunteers and our staff. If you were a client, a volunteer shepherd would typically meet you here and take you back to our pantry. So let's take a look. Welcome to Hope's Food Pantry, Katie's Cupboard. So today, we see our amazing staff. Amber is our food pantry coordinator, as well as our amazing volunteers packing food for our clients today. Come on. So Amber, you want to tell them a little bit more about what happens once the food is packed?
Yeah, so once the food is packed, that bag goes to the cart, and then we also pack our fresh produce, our fresh meat and dairy, along with our desserts and our bread, which are given to us by our donors that we have up here. And then once everything is put in the bags and ready to go, we have one of our volunteers take it out to the cart and they give it to our clients, which is contactless.
So this is one of our amazing volunteers. She is going to go ahead and take the food out to the client's vehicle. The contactless pickup allows us to bring the food out to the table, which we'll show you here.
Girls.
Where the client can then come to the table and pick up their food bags. Have a good day. Thank you. We are so blessed with the amazing volunteers we have here at Hope. Just last year in donated time, we had over 34,000 hours of volunteer time. So if you're ever interested in volunteering, whether it be at the food pantry, the Hope Chest, or at Hope's outreach events, please email volunteer@hopehelps.org. If you are interested in a tour or would like to come see our facility, please email tours, TOURS, @hopehelps.org. Thank you, and back to you, Joan.
All right. Thank you, Diane. Thanks for taking us around. And I'm so glad that you all got a chance to get a little glimpse of what's happening behind the scenes at Hope. Although things have changed, we are working so hard to make sure we can continue our mission in serving families in need. And with that, I'd like you to join us and meet some of the families we've served because of you.
My struggles in life, I was abused as a child. That set me up for a lot of different things that sometimes I want to talk about them, sometimes I don't.
My family helped, his family helped, but was hard, all the bills. One another.
There's so many clients that you wish you could help all of them.
The novel coronavirus has made its way to the United States with a confirmed case.
There's currently no vaccine outbreak, but colleges need to require
I am a high-risk patient, so I'm very cautious as to where I don't wear a mask. You can see I have it in my hand, so if anybody else enters the room, it's going back on for a minute.
The company knows that where my husband used to work, that something big gonna come, so they do lay off to like everybody. But with Denise, it was very hard. I want to go to my uncle's house. I want to see my cousins. I want to go to the playground. No, baby, I'm sorry, we can't. The virus is out there and we need to be safe. They cut our phones. Then the unemployment collapsed and was hard.
Has it been a difficult year or what? This has been so challenging for all of us, and especially, I know, for you guys, working with the clients from afar.
It was hard for them to collect everything they needed to provide, to keep in touch with them. It was not that intimate connection that you usually have. It was just from far away, so it was hard. Nobody really knows when this is going to end, and so just trying to figure out, okay, I thought I would make it, I thought I was doing okay, but now I'm struggling to make ends meet.
We probably would have suffered quite severely. We were suffering with food and everything else. My medications, because of my sickness and everything else, take up most of my income. So that's primarily why we come here. I'm grateful for everything that you guys do for us. You've helped us with rent, you've helped us with gas, you've helped us with food over and over and over. So, and friendship, the volunteers here are great, all that stuff.
The Christmas event was something else. When I get home and I put all those gifts, wrap it and everything, I say, oh my God, thank you. First to God and then to Hope. See all those gifts for Denise down that tree was a blessing.
Being able to work a case plan with them and help them become self-efficient again, that's a big reward.
And I have to say, we were really blessed by so many donors that stepped up to help us, help the families that we serve. Just communicating with the community and sending out those e-blasts and letting them know what's happening with us and with the clients and what our needs are. We did that weekly, so that was really helpful.
I know you guys help a lot of people around the area, and that's a nice thing.
We're blessed to still have community partners that are working with us, like Second Harvest Food Bank, and they have been donating food to us for the past several months, and so we're really blessed. We thank Dave Krepko and his team for everything that they've done.
I just want to give a special shout out to Hope Helps. The work that you do in Seminole County is just absolutely vital, and especially during these challenging times, the number of people that are out of work that need help. And what you do at Hope Helps, you know, you're looking at trying to prevent homelessness. You know, there's so many people on the edge, you know, right on the bubble of, you know, falling into homelessness, but the work you're doing, you know, you're providing education, financial literacy, you know, as well as food, that's for sure. You know, it's just such a basic need that is out there in our community right now. So, you know, congratulate you not only on what you do, but how you do it. And you do it with treating people with so much dignity and grace.
The volunteers in here are, you know, they're spot on. They know what they're doing. I don't know what kind of training you guys do, but whatever it is, it's great.
In my case, don't need to worry about food or Christmas toys or school supplies. It's been the most biggest blessing.
Thank you so much to our clients that participated in that video. We really appreciate you taking your time, sharing your story with the community. We really appreciate it. And now I'd like to take a moment and introduce a community partner and a board member of Hope, Mr. David Duda of A. Duda & Sons, who's live at his office today.
Hi, I'm David Duda, a member of Hope's Board of Directors and a volunteer now with Hope for over 10 years. My first exposure to Hope was being a volunteer for Christmas in the City. That was a real eye-opener for me and my family. When our children realized that these kids that they were helping that day, these were the only Christmas presents these kids were going to get. We were so impressed with what a great job Hope does in connecting to the community that my wife Carolyn and I decided to become regular monthly financial contributors to Hope. Why is monthly support so important? It's really simple. Having a dependable amount of regular monthly sustainable funding actually helps Hope to serve more clients and to serve their needs more immediately. Hope is able to have more confidence in knowing what its revenue stream is going to be for the year, so they don't have to hold back or keep a lot of money in reserves. So on behalf of Hope's Board of Directors, I want to thank you for considering becoming a financial supporter of Hope. But I'd really like to challenge you with this. Won't you join Carolyn and me and lots of other friends of Hope in becoming a regular monthly supporter? Thanks, and have a great day.
Thank you, David, for the kind words. I would like to take just a minute to walk you through how easy it is to donate to Hope Helps. You can call us, you can write a check, and our mailing address will be on our website. You can hover your phone over the QR reader, or you can go to our website at hopehelps.org. Once you're there, you're going to click the purple Donate Now button, and that will take you to our donation page. And it's really easy to navigate. Just click on the amount that you'd like to donate, and then decide if you would prefer to do a recurring donation or a one-time donation. For recurring donations, we can process them monthly, quarterly, or annually. And recurring donations allow us to budget for the financial assistance we can offer every month to our community and the families in need. While I'm speaking of monthly donations, I'd also like to add just a little bit about our Hearts for Hope Club. We have a club for members who donate $1,000 or more a year in monthly donations, so just $84 a month. And with that membership, you will get to meet quarterly with our CEO, Joan Faulkner. We ask for your input on how we can work together to help shape Hope's future. And we acknowledge you in our annual report at our Vision of Hope annual meeting. So I would like to take just a moment real quick to recognize our current Hearts for Hope members, just some of them. Would you like to dedicate this donation? This is a great opportunity to recognize a loved one for birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day. We appreciate you considering giving the gift of hope to honor a loved one. After that, just fill out your contact information. And what or who inspired you to give to Hope today? Were you invited to join us by a table captain, a board member, a friend of Hope? Please fill out their names so we can include them and thank them for connecting you to us. If you could help us cover the cost of processing, we would certainly appreciate that. Then you're going to want to fill out your credit card information, your billing address, and hit next, and we can review your information and you can process your donation. So this donation form is easily found on our website, and I'd love to just show you a few more things that are also available on our website. You can learn how to get involved in volunteering or donating to the food pantry, the thrift store, which is the Hope Chest, and there's a volunteer application on there that'll get you started. We have an About Us tab that talks about our story. You can meet our staff, you can meet our board of directors, learn more about our programs and our Interfaith Coalition. We have a How to Donate tab that will tell you how you can donate food, donate items to the Hope Chest, of course, donate money that we've already covered, and donate your time. We also talk about our events and our fundraisers. We'll talk about Christmas in the City is just around the corner, so we'd love to have you volunteer for that. It'll be from December 8th to the 12th this year at Hope Helps, and we are looking for volunteers. We have our Shamrock and Run 5K on March 6th, and would love to have you join us for that as well. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for looking at our website, and thank you for giving hope today. Joan?
Thanks, Jackie. And thanks to all of you who participated in our Vision of Hope event today virtually. We really appreciate you taking your time to join us and see our facility and meet some of our community friends. And we hope you leave inspired and are able to say, I give hope. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Megan Almasi, and I give hope.
Hi there, I'm Kelly Sue, and I give hope.
Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Chrissy.
And we give hope.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and I give hope.